we bring you coverage of, again, the Las Vegas Motor Speedway, mile and a half, and we are ready to go here this evening. Good evening. Welcome to coverage of the NASRA 360 Racing Network. Happy Friday night to you. Truck, yeah. Hope you're enjoying the trucks at Daytona as they just took the green flag for the resumption of Stage 2 after a rain delay and a massive pile up on the front straightaway. And now we're going to go truck racing here at Las Vegas as well. Pull up your TV screen and go side by side with coverage from Daytona as well as the NASRA Triple M pulling trucks from Las Vegas Motor Speedway. I'm Wesley Outland. We've got, of course, William Tiller alongside. And look at the statistics on Las Vegas Motor Speedway. Mile and a half track, 2.4 kilometers. Built back in 1996. Now, the foundation that is the Las Vegas Motor Speedway has been around since the 70s for road course races with SCCA as well as NHRA drag racing. The Strip is what they call it. But this racetrack, 20 degrees in the turns, 12 degrees on the triangle, tri-oval, 9 degrees on the back straightaway. William, it'll be a fun track here tonight. And I think the word we need to remember, precision banking, will be used many times here at Vegas, my friend.
Oh, yeah, coming off of Chris Cinnamond's big win last week at Phoenix, here tonight in the desert. That is Las Vegas. Of course, Phoenix is the desert track, but also here at Las Vegas, we all know what happens at Las Vegas. Wesley, either you can win a lot or lose a lot. Let's see which driver here tonight can walk away with all those chips in the middle of the table.
Ready to see how things develop here tonight. By the way, want to give a shout out to our producer, man, that is always behind the scenes, making us sound good, making us look good. Adam Flieger is, of course, the man running the boards. And we welcome you again to coverage from the virtual Las Vegas Motor Speedway. We're going to go over 200 miles, 140 laps here tonight. About 4 minutes remain in qualifying. And right now, what do you know? Chris Cinnamon is the man at the top of the board, looking to try to double down if he can do it here. After winning last week at Phoenix, he's going to try to do the same here tonight in qualifying right now, William.
Yeah, you take a look at that grid right now here in qualifying. Another name that jumps out to me is Adam Newbert in that Ford machine. Last week, Wesley led the most laps in that race at Phoenix. Unfortunately, didn't get the job done. So let's see what that Ford machine has in store for us here tonight.
Well, while we get ready for tonight's race, let's see if we can look at the point standings leading up into tonight's event. The point standings right now as it stands, as we get you set for the points.
Wesley, this is always a fantastic Friday here as we take a look at the grid still with Chris Cinnamon at the top of the board. You see Dittmer now qualified third with a 30.98 inside that 34 machine. Won't be able to miss him tonight, Wesley, rocking an all pink paint scheme here tonight.
Yeah, rocking that beautiful pink-looking machine. Looks like it's actually for the Numb Thumbs Racing League NTG 34, October for Breast Cancer Awareness Month. But actually, it's February and the number 34 for sure. Well, I guess we could have pink for love, right? Because Valentine's Day was a couple of days ago.
Yes, sir. Could be a little late reference to Valentine's Day. How was your Valentine's Day, Wesley?
I did absolutely nothing. I worked. I broadcasted basketball. I prepared for broadcast for this week, and I think Tuesday I was preparing for Finish Line, my Fox Sports Radio Motorsports show. So no, I did not do anything to celebrate Valentine's Day for sure. No, no cupids or hearts or candies for me. However, I am waiting for everything to go on layaway, clearance sale. Everything
This
must
is true.
go.
Gonna get those 50, like the clearance rack at Walgreens right now. That's the perfect move. But right now, the guy with the most perfect moves on the racetrack, still Chris Cinnamon in that 3 machine, currently on top of the grid here in qualifying the Triple M Pulling Truck Series. But you also look at that name, Wesley. Justin Lumpkin in that 18 machine could be one of those first-time winners here tonight.
Yeah, qualifying actually is over 30.94, over 30.97 between Cinnamon and Lumpkin. And that is, of course, the way they wrap them up here in qualifications as the field is getting set to line up. Here's your starting lineup for round number 5 of the Triple M Pulling Truck Series tonight on the NASCAR 360 Racing Network as we get ready to go here for over 200 miles. 140 laps. Chris Cinnamon is on the pole. Justin Lumpkin on the front row. That's the number 3 and the number 18. Row 2, Tyler Dittmer. Of course, he'll stab Michael McKinnon to his outside, 34-13. Keith Bradley, the animal, will fire off 5th. To the outside, it'll be Adam Newbern of the truck number 4. Then it's going to be row 4, Ed Osborne in the 42, Robert Richards in the 48. In your top 10, we'll find Kyle Hess in the 86. And that'll be, the course, the driver Jeff Sickles in the 22, your top 10.
Yeah, picking up in the 11th position, we have Jose Luis Rivera in that 20 machine. Picking up in 12th, we have Stephen Thomas in that 23. 13th will be Ron Hunter in that 30. 14th will be the 9 of Chris Blanchard. 15th will be the 16 machine of Joey Doucette. 16th place will be the 72 of Jason Stevenson. 17th will have Dana Shepard. 18th, Taylor Peacock in that 81. 19th position will be 11th of Derek Kilgore, and the top 20 will be rounded out with Dan Hagan in that 39.
Continued lineup for the NRE Power Systems 200. Starting 21st will be Devin Painter in the truck number 24. Charles Keller Jr. will start 22nd in the 99. CJ Fondal will be in the 53 23rd. Zach Hartwick will start 24th in row 12 in the 93. Row 13 will find James D. Morris in the 96. Brandon Bullock in the 17 will start 26th. Followed by row 14, Cody Dodd in the 26 truck 27th. Dustin Castile will have the 44 machine starting 28th. And row 15, your top 30 will find Jacob Klinkhart and Trey Pitts in the 5 and 21.
Round out the starting grid here tonight. Look at Huck Whittington in that 00 will be 31st here tonight. Raul Meza in that 37 machine will be 32nd. Brady LaBeouf, the boss man himself, looks like he just jumps on that grid just a little bit. But Raul Meza will have Brian Abbott in that 82 right next to him in that 33 position. 34th will have Clint Mata. 35th, Keith Haney. 36th, Brady LaBeouf. And then Jimmy Emos will be our 37th car on the track.
37 machines ready to go on track here for the NRE Power Systems 200 here tonight at the virtual Las Vegas Motor Speedway. Again, these drivers getting ready to go over 200 miles, 140 laps, which is you knock on, so 200 miles on a mile and a half is actually 134 laps. Knock on another, 6 laps, so it's 140 laps, so it'll be around 210 miles, the distance on the mile and a half here tonight at the virtual Las Vegas Motor Speedway. Down the Dallas straightaway, time to cash in your chips here at Sim City. I'll tell you what, William, we've seen some exciting races at Vegas this year so far that we've covered on NASRA.
Yeah, we've had our fun here on the Las Vegas trip. We keep coming back here on the NASRA 360 Racing Network, and every time we leave, we always take those beautiful finishes with us. Although everything that happens in Vegas is supposed to stay in Vegas, but Wesley, this action here tonight will live on forever as we see that pace track pull off. We're going to go green flag racing.
210 miles exactly for 140 laps. The NRE Power Systems green flag goes in the air. We're truck racing Friday night as they are at Daytona. We're doing it at Vegas here for the NASCAR Triple M Pulling Truck Series. And ladies and gentlemen, you have a virtual race, and on the jump, it's going to be Tyler Dittmer, by the way. One of those drivers in truck number 34 got a little loose there on the start. But as we see now, the battle for 4th and 5th, Cinnamon, Lumpkin, Dittmer, top 3 as they work off turn 4 to put lap number 1 on the board. Give it to the man Cinnamon as they come to the line.
Yeah, Chris Cinnamon's going to lead the first lap in the books down at the corner number 1. But already Wesley moving pieces on the board. You see Adam Newbert in that 4 machine, Keith Bradley in that 29 wants a win in the books. As they come off of corner number 2, things are getting crazy already here in the desert.
Yeah, those trucks storming down the back straightaway, down the Dallas straightaway, if you will, the 9 degrees of banking, 12 degrees on the tri-oval as they work their way back off of turn number 4, back to the start-finish line. They flash under the flag stand. There's the battle for the lead as between now Bradley, Osborne, and Hess, they're slicing and dicing for that. It's going to 1.
Slicing and dicing indeed, looking like Kill Bill Volume 1, 2, and 3 right here on the racetrack. You see Chris Cinnamon still trying to lead the way down the backstretch. Down and into corner number 3, still have a battle for the lead here on lap number 3. Looks like we have a new leader on the racetrack though, Wesley.
Yeah, the animal Keith Bradley has power into the top spot. Not for long, though. Here comes now Adam Newbert. He wants to put truck number 4 back to the lead. All of this going on as we watch now Jose Luis Rivera battle. All this happening with a lot of great action with lap trucks in the way of the leaders as they work the back straightaway.
Down the back straightaway right now, you see our leaders. That's Tyler Dittmer in that 34 machine. Chris Cinnamon currently in second, still battling for the lead. Now you're starting to see the 29 of the animal get released from his cage, still feeling it out in the 3rd position as we make it lap number 5 down to corner number 1.
Yeah, timing and scoring finally updates for NASCAR in front of my broadcast position, and it does show Tyler Dittmer in that pink number 34 to the lead. Chris Cinnamon from Canada in the number 2 spot. Keith Bradley, the Indiana native, in 3rd. Michael McKinnon from the land of Lincoln, of course, the driver not from Illinois, from Missouri. Michael McKinnon right there in 4th. Adam Newbert in the top 5. That's the way they stand as they work their way back through the start-finish line and still rocking and rolling. I think this is the opening stage, stage 1, William. You really, really want to pace yourself. You do not want to make any mistakes. Just kind of feed the truck out, fill it out, get yourself in line, and then get yourself ready for the final 2 stages. But you got to be there at the end. To first win the race, you must first finish, and I think that's what these drivers are doing right now, just kind of filling the truck out.
As we're watching this battle off of 3 and 4 right now down the front stretch, Adam Newbert will now follow right back behind in the line. Here, Wesley, stage number 1 will run it down to lap number 30. Then stage number 2 will come at an end at lap 60. That's 30 laps in between stages. But the biggest thing for me here tonight, Wesley, when we race it down to the 140 marker right there, that's 80 laps from stage number 2 to the end of tonight's race. So a huge gap in between those stages there. So watch out what's going to happen in that last bit of racing.
Yeah, kind of keeping an eye still on what Tyler Dittmer is doing. He's the leader out of Gore, Virginia in the DEP racing entry. Right now leading the way, there's Chris Cinnamon, the driver of the number 3. On board with him, of course, the man of the friend of the North out of Fort McMurray, Canada. I know it says Victoria, Canada, but officially from Fort McMurray, Canada for Upfront Motorsports. And right now, that's the way they stand right now, 1 and 2. On the racetrack right now, lap number 8 of 140 into stage number 1. Nobody jumping out of line, and here they come storming at you as they'll climb the bank and into turn number 1 and 2.
Yeah, coming around 1 and 2 right now. Still Tyler Dittmer leading the way in that 34 machine, just cruising around the Las Vegas backstrip right now down to corner number 3. Still that 34 here, just cruising around as Chris Cinnamon still right there though, Wesley, as we come off of 4.
Yeah, looking really, really strong as Tyler Dittmer, the man still in the top spot. There you see the ticker scrolling on the top of the screen, and As you can see, he's got a nice, comfortable lead over everyone else except for the driver of Cinnamon. One wrong slip by Dittmer, and Cinnamon's going to capitalize and pounce on him. And Keith Bradley right there in the crosshairs as well as they work their way to the back straightaway.
Right down the backstretch right now, single file line down to 3 and 4. Chris Cinnamon thinks about the inside here on 3 and 4. Gonna run out of racetrack though. They hit the apex. The 34 machine will be able to hold on there. Closes the door officially. Across that start finish line, make it lap 11 down to 1.
Yeah, nice comfortable run now for Dittmer as his truck climbs the bank in into turn number 1 and 2 here at Vegas. Looking for Cinnamon now to try to close back in on the bottom here in the early going to the NRE Power Systems 200 here at the virtual Las Vegas Motor Speedway. They stay single file. Cinnamon, the Blanchard's machine, down to the bottom. He can still not get the run on Dittmer as they work off forward.
Yeah. A battle that hasn't stopped from the drop of the green flag. These two drivers have been 1 and 2, 12 laps into this race here tonight. So a long way to go, but keep an eye out on these two here tonight as they come off the corner, down the backstretch. So Tyler Dittmer in that 34.
Yeah, Dittmer still got a nice, comfortable lead of about a quarter of a second the distance there now. As there you see now Adam Newbert's truck under attack by some more competition. Richards is in the crosshair. So is Lumpkin. We got a truck hitting sideways almost. Dirt tracks it. Coming off a turn 4. What a save. And they're scrambling behind him in the back. Somehow they hold it together. We stay green. The leaders are back into 1.
I'm trying to see. That's Joe Doucette and that 16 machine. Gonna make hard contact with that top side wall there, Wesley. We're lucky that more trucks were involved. Now Joey basically holding up the line there down the backstretch. That 16 machine's gonna have heavy damage here on these early going of this race, 13 laps in.
Yeah, Joey Doucette dirt tracked it off a turn 4. The driver out of Oakland, Maine just a moment ago for Mission 2 Esports. Somehow, some way, able to keep it going in the straight narrow as he worked his way, keeping it off of the safer wall barrier on the outside retaining wall. And in doing so, he falls back to the clutches of the top 10. More trucks battle. Ron Hunter and company going at it in the top 15 in the 3.
Yeah, right now as you back up to the battle for the lead right now, Tyler Dittmer in that 34 machine still leading the way. Chris Cinnamon in that 3. We're single file though up here at the top of the grid. 15 laps into the stage now, down into 1 and 2. Wesley, and we're watching some moving parts taking place inside this top 10. A lot of battles, a lot of moving parts up here.
It is Tyler Dittmer right now, the leader in the 34. Chris Cinnamon in 2nd. Keith Bradley in 3rd. Michael McKinnon comfortably in the 4th spot, followed by Jose Luis Rivera, the top 5. Newbert, Richards, Lumpkin, Thomas, Blanchard, your top 10 as they come storming off of turn 4.
Off of 4 right now across that start finish line right now. Tyler Dittmer still leading the way. We're watching some big movers already in tonight's race there. Wesley, Jose Luis Rivera, that 20 machine up 6 spots inside the top 5. And Taylor Peacock in that 81 up 8 spots currently inside the top 10.
Top 10 as again as it stands right now, working lap number 15 completed. All the while, it is the man in the number 34 from Virginia. The driver is Tyler Dittmer, broadcaster on the NASCAR 360 Racing Network on Monday night with the Sim Racer Hub Truck Series. I've had the privilege to work with him a time or two. Will, I know you have as well. And man, is he showing his talents tonight in Vegas, leading the way in the 34-3.
Yeah, I'm secretly over here, Wesley, not trying to put the commentator's curse on that 34 machine. You know, if he wins tonight, he'll be in a great mood come Monday night. Always in a great mood, Tyler Dittmer is in that 34 machine. But I know a sweet victory here on our Friday night will make it even better. And here tonight, Wesley, the way he is laying the rubber down, I could see that 34 victory lane here down the backstretch.
Yeah, all the while, still Tyler Dittmer from Virginia right now leads the way to the back straightaway. Nobody has made a move yet on Cinnamon. He's had a couple of shots at him, but not able to get to Dittmer's back door yet. It's one thing to run him down. It's another thing to pass him. Further while in the back, the field single file. No one jumping out of line as they close into the final 10 laps in stage number 1 here at Vegas.
As we're starting to see, it's sort of a pattern here, Wesley, in stage number 1. A pattern of these drivers really feeling themselves out. Not too aggressive right now, no caution flags to speak of on the racetrack. Drivers just sort of feeling what their trucks can do here early on in this run. Of course, we'll run the same amount of laps there in stage number 2. And then, Wesley, I think you're going to take the homework from stages 1 and 2 and apply that towards a huge run to end this race out.
Yeah, hands down, I think you're right dead upon that correctly, my friend. You're literally going to use all the work that you got here for the first 30 laps and see what you got in stage 1. Maybe a little bit more aggressive of trying to come to the front in stage number 2, but hands down, it is all or war in the gutter war. Will begin to decide the winner in stage 3. The first 2 stages are for the green and white checker. That third stage is for the payout window, and I think right now everybody just kind of getting comfortable, figuring out what their trucks are going to do here at the mile and a half of Vegas off turn 4. 10 to go in stage 1.
Yeah, and Tyler Dimmer can't get too comfortable in that 34 machine. We have a new truck inside the top 3, and that's Keith Bradley in that 29 machine. The animal is hungry here tonight, currently up to second, quietly creeping up to that 34 machine. And Wesley, we're counting down the laps here at stage number 1. Could that 34 be dethroned from that 29 machine?
Yeah, right now Tyler Dittmer is really strong, but here comes the animal Keith Bradley trying to make a move down to the inside. The animal is now moved to the number 2 spot. Cinnamon will fall back to 3rd. McKinnon will also battle that spot going on into turn number 1 and 2. McKinnon to the inside of Cinnamon, and 9 laps to go now in stage number 1. Things starting to settle down. Can anybody get to Dittmer? It's now Bradley showing strength in the 29 to the back straightaway going to 3.
29 starting to feel that cold breeze coming off the top of the 34 machine here on the corner, just trying to reel himself in here as we watch this battle for the win of stage number 1 across the line. Make it lap 24 down to corner 1.
Yeah, trying to close into the end of this thing here. Now 7 laps to go when they come back to the start-finish line. Of course, right now, Tyler Dittmer holding off everybody that's coming after him. Now the animal, Keith Bradley from Lawrenceburg, Indiana, puts the 29 to the whip, down to the inside. Nothing there as they work again off 4.
29 machine keeps putting that nose right there, just feeling it out, dipping your toes in the water to see if it's warm. The 29 machine knows how many laps there are here as we dig down to corner number 1 and stage number 1. In lap 24, the 29 machine, I think Wesley has a few tricks up his sleeve as you come off of 2 down the backstretch.
Down the back straightaway, it's still going to be Bradley in the number 2 spot. Cinnamon, there's the distance. And now Bradley is trying to run down Dittmer. This is for the end of stage number 1. 6 laps to go now. The field works their way back to the start-finish line. It will now be 5 laps to go. Bradley dives to the inside, tries to make a run below the white line on Dittmer. Dittmer throws the block, and they go at it again into 1.
Just move. Letting the 34 know that I am right here. The 29 went low, went high, went to the middle. Wesley, and just a sign and a wave to let him know you are not comfortable at the top of the grid. The 29 machine is coming for that number 1 spot as we cross the line, make a lap 26 down to corner number 1.
Yeah, back at it again as the time is running out here for the stage, and all the while it is still the driver leading the way, and that is of course the driver of Tyler Dittmer. Dittmer is up in front, but Keith Bradley doing everything he can to push, claw, shove, gouge, make a move to the back straightaway, off the Nellis straightaway, they're single file, up to the top of the safer barrier to 3.
Here around 3 and 4, Keith Bradley has got that truck as low as he can around the corner as we go around the front stretch, make it lap 27 down into 1. Caution flag is out. Caution flag is out.
Yeah, there's a caution out over the racetrack, and this is really going to shuffle things up for the end of stage number 1 as the yellow flag will fly. We'll find out what happened here on racetrack.
And Wesley, I know we're under caution here as we're going to see exactly what happened here on the Nazareth 360 Racing Network, but that might be...
I think it's something happened with Shepard. A lot of names popping down on the pylon, and it looks like Shepard and Michael McKinnon might also be one that we're watching as well.
That might be the end of the stage there, Wesley. I believe that was on lap 27 when that caution came out.
Wow. Which, well, I find that I thought it was 30 laps for stage number 1.
Right.
Did somebody inadvertently throw the caution a little too prematurely, maybe?
We'll have to see if that brings an end to the stage. I know there's a caution out on the racetrack, but if that brings an end to the first stage there, as we'll be under caution for those laps.
Well, we're looking now at Chris Cinnamon. No, I'm sorry, Tyler Dittmer holding on to stage number 1. It looks like well, there it is. Problems of the back straightaway. If you look from the blimp view, back straightaway, there's a couple of trucks tangling there, and you see it. Now we just need to zoom in to find out who it was.
Quite a pile up off of 2 there, Wesley, right in the smack dab middle of that backstretch here at Las Vegas. Here, we're going to take a look in the NASCAR 360 Racing Network. Looks like that's going to occur right in the middle of that backstretch.
Yeah, I believe Adam Fligger, our producer, is right now in the truck trying to figure out what truck or car it was, or trucks that were, that lost it on the back straightaway, and trying to maybe get it in on-track visual if we can instead of the blimp view. But if you see on the replay presented by Butt Kicker, you can literally see where right there, a couple of dots that look like micro machines off the Nellis straightaway in the rear of the pack, by the way. So whatever happened here, Tyler, Dittmer's still the leader here in stage number 1, but whatever happened, it happened in the back with the trucks in the back of the pack.
Yeah, we're going to look at some of those names at the back of the pack. We look at Joey Doucette in that 16 machine. He's having a rough night. Dana Shepard in that 45 having a rough night. That's Raul Meza in that 37. Wow. We can see now here on the NASCAR 360 Racing Network. Ooh, here we go, Wesley. A great replay here of this caution flag.
Yeah, here's a look at the replay. And by the way, it was the 27, the 37, Raul Meza, the 21, I believe, of Trey Pitts. Watching the rest of these trucks, 17, Brandon Bullock. Just some of the trucks involved, and there is the outcome of what happened. By the way, good job, Adam Fligger, behind the scenes to find our replay of what happened. Watch that red truck right there, Alan. I believe that's Brandon Bullock, William, that got the contact at the left rear. There it is. And I believe that's Raul Meza he got into. This is on board with Raul Meza. My apologies. And then there you see the 27. So there was a truck 27 caught up in it.
Yeah, and Wesley, I think we do it every week here in the NASCAR 360 Racing Network. That 37 machine again is going to have just a fit of bad luck here at Las Vegas. I know it's a place that doesn't really give out too much luck. You have to be extremely lucky whether you're racing or on the strip, Wesley. But for that 37 machine, I know he was hoping for just a little bit of luck here tonight.
And they are going to say that this will officially be the end of stage number 1 as well. As we will stay under the caution flag. Stage 1 is going to go to, again, the driver of Tyler Dittmer, who got it done in stage number 1. Great job. Of course, now Chris Cinnamon is the leader after the pit stops, but I think they are going to call stage 1 completed. We will step away. We're back with more. The NASCAR Triple M Pulling Truck Series, and coverage continues tonight of the NRE Power Systems 200 from the virtual Las Vegas Motor Speedway and iRacing Sim City when we return.
And we were back here live on the NASCAR 360 Racing Network, or Green Flag Racing, down into 1 and 2. Chris Cinnamon currently takes us down the backstretch right now. Tyler Dittmer officially won stage number 1, now under pressure for position number 2 here around 3 and 4. Robbie Richards in that 48 machine, always in the mix inside these trucks as we're down the backstretch here. 1 lap under green here down to corner 1. As we come to the apex of 1 and 2, we see a battle between Justin Lumpkin, that 18 on the inside, the 48 of Robbie Richards on the outside. Now Adam Newbert in the 4 here down the backstretch, just trying there, going to file back in line. We're going to watch a battle ensue from the cockpit of the 13 machine. Michael McKinnon off a 3 and 4. That 13 machine wants a victory so bad as we cross the line down to corner 1.
And the restart back underway. Again, it is official, by the way. Tyler Dittmer, winner of stage number 1, but still a long way to go here. Stage 2, green flag, and we'll see what happens right now with the restart. Cinnamon back up in front. Truck looks good as they dive into 3, but not for long. Dittmer goes back to the lead in the 34 to the inside.
Yeah, round 3 and 4 right now. We see a battle brewing for a second as the race is still being led by the 34 machine of Tyler Dittmer. Now Chris Cinnamon's under a little bit of heat in that second position right now. Second position is being attested by Jose Luis Rivera, Wesley, up 9 spots from the drop the green flag as they're down the backstretch.
Where did Luis Rivera come from? He has really showed some strengths here since the drop of the green in stage number 2. He now powers to the number 2 spot. Dittmer now under the defensive on the inside. He goes to the top side, inside Rivera. Cinnamon will follow. Lumpkin, Richards, new trucks in the top 5 as we approach lap 35. Battle for the lead. Here comes Rivera looking for the lead in turn 1.
Jose Luis Rivera, looks like, man, you just gave $100 free play to in the casino. He is having fun. He is relaxed. He has no pressure as he is battling for the lead right now around 3 and 4, up 9 spots, trying to make it 10 spots from the drop of the green flag. He's still to the inside across the line, Wesley, down to corner number 1.
Yeah, they're going to stay side by side. Cinnamon doesn't know whether they go inside or outside. He about got checked up behind the back of the tailgate of Rivera's truck. Instead, he's going to go down with Dittmer on the outside, working off a turn number 2 to the Dallas straightaway. Hung out to dry on the bottom is Rivera. Dittmer's got help. He goes back to the lead. Power with the help of Cinnamon and Lumpkin as they work out of 3 and 4.
Tyler Dittmer still our race leader off of the corner right now. More battles behind the leaders brewing right now. We watch right there. That's Michael McKinnon trying to hold on there. No, that's Chris Blanchard in the 9, excuse me. Still trying to hold on to position. This is a battle taking place for just inside that top 10 position. That's Devin Painter in the 24 trying to hold on to the top 10. Down the backstretch right now.
Down the back straightaway again. It looks like now this battle heating up here between Painter and Blanchard. Going at it up on the top side. That's all working off the corner. Side by side now as they work off turn number 4. Painter opens the door to Blanchard. Trucks drive to the triangle. Back to 1, it's Dittmer leading the way. Rivera, Cinnamon, and look at this gaggle of traffic fighting to the top 15 out of 2.
Yeah, we're still keeping an eye on this battle for a top 10 position. We talked about how important that top 10 is here in this series. You want to finish top 10 in the stage, Wesley, but also top 10 at the end of the race, because that's how you get paid here. The Triple M pulling truck series, and right now both these drivers trying to get paid inside that top 10 as we cross the line down to 1.
And when the scoring pylon shows up again on the screen, you'll be able to notice that they're also closing in on a century grind remaining. 100 laps to go. Right now, next time around as they work lap 40. The leader is Tyler Dittmer. Behind him, Rivera, Cinnamon, Lumpkin. No one jumping out of line, and they're still getting antsy as they work into 3.
Still very single file, very polite here at Las Vegas. Not the things we saw this week here on the Las Vegas Strip leading up to this race here tonight, Wesley. But we made it. We have nothing left in our pockets, but we have a lot of hope and a lot of excitement of how this race is playing out. The 24 machine of Devin Painter right there is going to hold position. A big move down the backstretch.
Yeah, that was Painter's truck. He got a nice shot from the tailgate from the draft on the machine of Painter. Painter now goes up to the outside lane. Blanchard will follow. He clears to the bottom. All of this going on around Stephen Thomas and Zach Hartwick. These trucks all starting to bob and weave through the virtual draft air into turn number 1. They still hold it together as we're under 100 to go at Vegas.
24 machine of Devin Painter on the inside trying to hold off Chris Blanchard in that 9. This is a battle to stay inside the top 10. Chris Blanchard now to the inside down into corner number 3 as that 9 truck right on that line. Going to run out of racetrack though off of 3 and 4. Devin Painter's going to hold position here across the line.
Yeah, they work their way again off the corner back to the start-finish line as again now 42 laps are completed. Working with Dittmer, still the leader. Rivera in second. It's followed by Cinnamon, Lumpkin, Richards, top 5. McKinnon, Newbert, Thomas, Painter, Blanchard. That's your top 10. They go to the Nellis straightaway here on lap number 43.
Now down the straightaway here on lap 43. We're counting down to the end of stage number 2, which will conclude on lap number 60. So slowly but surely we're working our way there as we cross the line down to 1.
Back across the line, going back to corner number 1. Tyler Dittmer is still the man out in front. Look at this model now, heating up though with a couple of trucks. This is Painter, Blanchard, Hartwick, Hess. It sounds like a law firm. That's that 4-truck tandem going at it into the final run of the top 10 as they go to 3.
As we go around 3 and 4 right now, we're keeping an eye out on this top 10 battle right now between Devin Painter and Chris Blanchard. Our race still being led by that 34 machine of Tyler Dittmer here tonight. Wesley Tyler is really trying to make himself known in that 34 machine. We talked about how he broadcast here at the Nazareth 360 Racing Network, but now we jump up to the top of the grid. There's a battle for second brewing right now between Jose Luis Rivera and Chris Cinnamon down to corner number 3.
Yeah, actually, Tyler Dittmer always does a superb job. I enjoyed working with him the time or two that I did when you, my friend, were on vacation back a couple of, well, it seemed like a month ago, back in the end of January when I filled in for you on the Sim Racer Hub Monday Night Truck Series. Tyler Dittmer is a esteemed broadcaster with the iRacing world, and of course he is showing his talents here tonight, trying to win stage 1. He's already done that. Now trying to win stage 2. Oh, and by the way, 15 laps to go in stage number 2. Cinnamon now under attack from some trucks on the outside as they work the 3.
And it looks like something would have missed on that 3 truck there, Wesley. Just an abrupt movement there. Try to save that thing. We might have to rewind it here on the Nazareth 360 Racing Network. You'll see him check up there big time. The 3 machine now trying to hold position here, having trouble now on the racetrack.
Dittmer, Rivera, Lumpkin, Richards, Cinnamon, your top 5. That's the way it stands. On the back straightaway, Dittmer is the man out in front. Looking Rivera now behind him. Second, Lumpkin third. There's single file as they work off the corner.
Single file line here at the Las Vegas Strip. Across the line, make it lap 48 down into corner number 1. We're now watching Chris Cinnamon trying to hold position as Michael McKinnon in that 13 machine. And Wesley, I gotta say that 13 is one of those drivers I feel like is gonna break through here as we're down the backstretch, down into corner number 3.
Back straight away, that's the way it stands with Dittmer still the leader. Look at this now battle heated up again in the top 10 in the back. Painter, Blanchard, Hartwick, Hess, those are all of those trucks going at it to the inside. 12 laps to go in stage number 2. Tyler Dittmer is leading the battle, but this is the battle of the war going on behind them in the 1.
Going down into 1, so side by side, both trucks want to hold on here. Chris Blanchard and that 9 machines just trying to hold on to that truck. Doesn't quite have the speed here tonight, Wesley. So a long way to go here, though, in this race. Only 49 laps in as we dig down to corner number 3.
Turn number 3, look at now a little side draft. That's Hartwick's truck on the inside of Painter. Meanwhile, Hess is right behind his tailgate. They work their way back across the start line into the corner. Lap number 50 coming up. 10 laps to go. In a few more laps in stage number 2. Tyler Dittmer still the man out in front. Rivera now comfortable back about a quarter back behind to that truck. Meanwhile, Hess goes after Painter. This goes on as they work into turn 3.
Yeah, as we watch Chris Cinnamon, though, in that 3 machine, drop down the grid a little bit more now, trying to hold on Now outside, the top 5 just got passed by the 48 of Robbie Richards. Now has Michael McKinnon that 13 right on that back bumper. Wesley, something's definitely gone wrong with that 3 machine who was battling for the lead not too many laps to go.
Dittmer still the man out in front. Rivera, Lumpkin, right now your top 3. The field works their way into the corner. Back off the turn. There's Lumpkin's truck, by the way. Lumpkin trying to run down Rivera. He's got Richards behind him. Top 4, top 3. Second, third, and fourth fighting for the bridesmaid spot as they come to the line with 10 to go in stage number 2.
Yeah, back up to the top of the grid right now. Things are definitely getting dicey up here at the top. Jose Luis Rivera trying to hold on to that second position as Justin Lumpkin right there, and Robbie Richards in that 48 wants a piece of the action as well. Justin Lumpkin in the 18 machine is going to go to the low side of Jose Luis Rivera as he's going to go around 3 and 4, use that apex to slingshot his way to second. Justin Lumpkin in the 18 still side by side though, down to 1.
Dittmer, Lumpkin, Rivera, Richards, McKinnon. There's your top 5. There's the battle going on again to the inside. Lumpkin will go to P2 now. Rivera battles back of the back straight away. Here comes now Richards now. He can't go inside or outside. They're boxed by 2 as they climb into the vacant into 3.
Side by side around 3 and 4 right now. Tyler Dittmer still our race leader in that 34 machine. As now you see Justin Lumpkin's going to clear. Jose said, no, you're not, as he's going to go to the inside here down the front stretch. Still side by side battle for second here in stage number 2. Tyler Dittmer's loving this out of the rear view of that 34 machine around 1 and 2.
It is Lumpkin up on the outside lane. Richards now, little side draft, got sideways and loose. Rivera now clears by that truck. He'll go back in front of the machine of Rivera. Richards clears by the machine of Rivera. Lumpkin now has Richards to deal with. Lumpkin now trying to run down Dittmer. Nothing done yet now. 7 to go in stage number 2. It's all Tyler Dittmer again, looking to try to sweep the first 2 stages at Vegas.
Tyler Dittmer has got that 34 machine locked in here tonight. Around 1 and 2 down the backstretch right now. The battle, though, for seconds just now brewing as Robbie Richards in that 48 here tonight. Wesley, a driver who always brings the juice inside of these trucks, now is squeezing it out here tonight in the 3rd position, trying to get around Justin Lumpkin as we cross the line, make it lap 53 down to 1.
It is actually lap number 55, my friend, as they work their way to the end of stage number 1. 6 laps to go, and the pressure mounts with Dittmer now the leader. Lumpkin in second, Richards third. There's that battle now for second and third spot down the Dallas straightaway. Lumpkin's got it. Richard wants it. Points up for grabs at the end of the stage when they cross to the green and white checker, and they're closing in on an open hand from your flagman. Barney shows them 5 to go in stage 2 at the line.
I got wrapped up in all the crazy excitement that the Las Vegas Strip proceeds, and here tonight's giving us all the action we can handle around the corner. Robbie Richards to the inside, Justin Lumpkin in the 18 machine keeps running out of the racetrack though on the inside. Now down the backstretch here, make it just a few laps to go here in stage number 2. Wesley, this action is just flying by here tonight.
4 laps to go when they climb the bank and out of turn number 4 back to the 9 degrees on the straightaway here at the Tribal at Vegas. It is Dittmer the leader. He's opened up to about 3/4 of a second on the distance of Lumpkin. Lumpkin, though, now under attack with Richards. This battle heating up as they work into bank into 1.
As you see, he's still trying to get that nose to the inside here. Robbie Richards in that 48. Having one heck of a drive here tonight, up 5 spots from the top with the green flag, currently in that 3rd position. Wesley, I know here in these stage breaks, it's important to get those good stage finishes. Maybe a 3rd place finish is good for that 48 machine, but I know that 48 wants to be in victory lane. But everybody has to beat Tyler Dittmer in that 34, who here tonight is putting on a clinic here on the Las Vegas Strip.
By the way, Raul Meza is the truck that's up in front of the leaders. They're about to go a lap down as he is trying to run them down. Raul Meza, the 28th position machine. Laps winding down here in stage number 2. 2 to go. It's Dittmer still up in front. There's the interval from the back of the tailgate of Meza's lap down truck to the line. They come to the line. 1 lap to go here in stage number 1. Stage 2.
One lap to go here in stage number 2. Tyler Dittmer in that 34 machine essentially going to cruise to this stage victory. We're going to jump back to second here. Watch this battle between Justin Lumpkin and Robbie Richards right there as we dig down to corner number 3. Tyler Dittmer, though, and you see right here, we see a little battle for the lead here around 3 and 4, Wesley. We may have spoken too soon.
Remember the last time they went at it, something happened whenever they were fighting for position, and then all of a sudden Dittmer was under attack by Cinnamon. One more lap to go here in stage number 2. Checkered flag is out as they have completed the stage. Caution out. I'm wondering if, well, I thought they were going to go another lap, but it looks like they actually threw the caution on lap number 60 officially. And that is the end of stage number 2 as Dittmer does it again in truck number 34. Richard second, Lumpkin, McKinnon, Rivera, Cinnamon, Newbert, Thomas, Doucette, Blanchard, along with the top 10 there. Will Tiller, that will climb and get scoring points for stage number 2.
Right there at the end of that stage, I believe the 48 machine of Robbie Richards may have hit the wall off of 4. Scraped it pretty hard there down the front stretch. So let's see here on these next 80 laps here to complete this race if any of that damage is going to creep up to the 48 machine. We're going to step aside for just a short break here on the NASCAR 360 Racing Network. We'll be right back to be able to speak to our stage number 2 winner, Tyler Dimmer in that 34. We'll be right back.
All right. Welcome back to the NASRA 360 Racing Network, stage number 1 and 2. Winner is joining me now, Virginia's Tyler Dittmer. Tyler, strong truck, man. Are you driving pink for Valentine's Day, by the way?
Nah, I love the different color schemes, Wesley. I think it's a lot of fun.
Well, man, you've been really, really strong. Definitely, can you finish and sweep all 3 stages and win here? A little bit mired back, though, as we get ready for a restart.
We're going to try, Wesley. I don't know. I don't think I have the best long-run truck. I think Robbie and Lumpkin had the best one, but I think I'm best in the first 20 laps. So if we get a late race restart, I think it's mine to win.
We're ready to come back to green here. I do got to ask you, though, man, do you think we'll see green flag pit stops if we don't get a yellow flag?
I hope so, but this track conditions are really tough, so you never know.
All right, buddy, we'll let you get back to it again, ladies and gentlemen, for DEP Racing. There is Tyler Dittmer, winner of stages number 1 and 2 here at the virtual Las Vegas Motor Speedway, and he is getting ready now to go back to the green flag as we get ready for the resumption of stage number 3. 140 laps the distance. It is stage number 3. It is all or nothing now, Will, as we go back to green here at Vegas. And Will is stepped away for actually a few moments. So we will continue to just bring this to you right now as we stand. All the while on the restart, it is the man out in front of now Robert Richards. And he works his way off of turn number 3 and 4. Dittmer will now climb to the inside, to the outside. Rivera will follow behind him along with McKinnon, Newbert, Cinnamon, all these trucks now in that pack as they work their way back up into turn number 1 and 2. Restart, and again right now, solid run going for that driver. As the green flag flying again here in stage number 3, all or nothing to battle it out for this win. Of course, Adam Fleeger doing a phenomenal job on our broadcast behind the scenes on our coverage, NASRA Racing 360 Network. And all the while, it is now, look at this battle in the top 10. Keith Bradley, Taylor Peacock, Struck slicing, flying through the field into turn number 3. Tyler Dittmer now powers back to the lead, the pink number 34 from Virginia. Dittmer back on the outside. He's the new leader. Again, Robert Richards now falling back to second. Jose Luis Rivera up the banking in the third spot. Newbert, McKinnon, top 5, as that's the way they work now as we are coming up on lap number 70 here now at Las Vegas. Dittmer still continuing to be the man that's leading the way. Look at now this battle going on between Michael McKinnon and Joey Doucette for the top 5. This going on the racetrack is all of this taking place back to the start line. To the back straightaway, looked like Richards might have tagged the wall, or actually one of the trucks did. That was actually the 20 truck of Jose Luis Rivera tagging the outside retaining wall. Doucette will take advantage of that misfortune and power down to the inside. So will also Cinnamon try to make a move on that spot as the truck number 20, Rivera, strong truck in stage number 2, had a really good opportunity of being up in the front, now falling back into the clutches of the top 5. In the back is right now Dittmer, Richards, Newbert, McKinnon is the way they stand on the back straightaway now. Once everything clears up, there we go. With now the 20 truck of Rivera, Doucette alongside, working their way back to the start-finish line as they come to the stripe. 72 laps completed now on working lap 72, 71 in the books. Dittmer, there you see the pink 34. You heard his thoughts. Strong truck, William Tiller. He is the man that's leading the charge here in the early going of stage 3, looking for the 2 green and white checker flags. He's done it. Doucette now rams the outside safer wall barrier. Somehow keeps it off the wall. Doesn't tangle any trucks, and we stay green out of turn 4.
Yeah, coming off the 4 right now, down the front stretch. So Tyler Dittmer in that 34 machine, making it look easy here tonight on the Las Vegas Strip. I say Wesley, the only thing that could get in that 34 way here tonight are those pit stops that you spoke with him here on the interview there after picking up sweeping the stages here tonight down into 3. But we watched these battles, a lot of positions to still be had in this race as we're nowhere near the finish off of corner number 4.
Working their way back off of turn number 4 to the line. It's Dittmer the leader, Richards in second, Newbert third, McKinnon and Rivera. There's the animal, Keith Bradley. He's in the number 7 spot. He sets his sights on Chris Cinnamon, who had a strong truck in the early going. Now he falls back to 6th. They're in turn 2.
Yeah, coming off 2 right now, Keith Bradley in that 29 machine wants desperately to break through into victory lane here tonight. Has a lot of drivers to get through to make that happen on the racetrack. But here now in this run, Robbie Richards in that 48 has got his nose just locked to the back bumper of that 34 machine. As we're down to corner number 1, things are a lot tighter here in this run, Wesley.
Solid run. Tyler Dittmer still the truck out in front. Robert Richards in second. Newbert third. They're single file. Closing in on lap number 75. And it is right now in stage number 3. Tyler Dittmer. His truck has been strong, leading the way coming out of turn number 4. Nobody has been able to contend with truck number 34. They work to the line. Oh, and by the way, Will, it is fallen cats and dogs at Daytona. And I don't mean animals. It is raining a flood at the World Center of Racing.
That is not good to see. We had it last weekend down here, Wesley, when the World Series of Asphalt tried to kick off at New Smyrna. They've been battling rain down there a couple of nights as well. But a driver here tonight in this race in the Triple M Pulling Truck Series, I'd like to mention Wesley, who's been coming on pretty strong, a driver who may not like qualifying too much, but once the racing begins, they love that rubber on the road here. And that's Jacob Quinkart in that 5 machine, up 21 spots from the drop of the green flag, currently in the 8th position.
Yeah, and actually, I just got the email. Due to persistent rainfall, racing has been canceled at Volusia Speedway Park. Of course, that's on the dirt. We don't know what's going on with New Smyrna Speedway and the Heart-to-Heart 100 that's going on right now for the late models and the modifieds. But all the while, Tyler Dittmer is leading our virtual race here at Vegas in Sim City. Look at this battle now. This goes on for 5th. Rivera into the wall earlier. Chris Cinnamon now trying to get back into the top 5 as they go to the back straightaway. Bradley dives to the inside to go 2 for 1 in the 3.
Big move from Keith Bradley to go inside of Chris Cinnamon in that 3, around 3 and 4 right now. The animal right now here side by side trying to hold on to the position inside the top 10 as we cross the line. Make a lap 79 down to 1.
It is the NRE Power Systems 200 here tonight at the virtual Las Vegas Motor Speedway on the NASCAR 360 Racing Network. Along with producer Adam Flieger running the production, along with William Tiller, I'm Wesley Outland. We are working now lap number 80 in just a few more circuits. It's been all Tyler Dittmer in stage 1. Stage 2, and now in stage 3, the pink 34 still not to be beat, but Richards is closing in along with Newbert as they go to 1.
Yeah, Robbie Richards is right there. That 48 has got a fan watching along with us here on the NASCAR 360 Racing Network. Says that 48 is just waiting for the opportunity to pounce here tonight, but he has to watch out though. Adam Newbert in that 4. He's fast right there in that 3rd position.
Working with Newbert out of turn number 4 down to the inside. Richards will follow, and they go single file. But still, about a half a truck length back, if you will. Tailgate to tailgate to tailgate. Back up the bank and into 1 and 2. Dittmer, Richards, Newbert. Here comes McKinnon now. 4 trucks separating the top 5 of Bradley as they go to the back straightaway.
As you're watching this battle right behind Keith Bradley, this is Chris Cinnamon and Jose Luis Rivera battling for the 6th and 7th position side by side. They are off the corner right now through this front stretch. This is a battle between the 20 machine and the 3 down to corner number 1.
Down in the corner number 1, it's Dittmer, still the man out in front, but here comes Cinnamon now. Cinnamon, Rivera fighting for 6th and 7th spot. To the back straightaway off the Nellis straightaway here in Sim City. Dittmer still out in front, but look at now Newbert. Closing in on the second place truck of Richards. He's looking to run down the leader, Dittmer. And they're closing in on lap number 83 at the line this time by.
Tyler Dittmer in that 34 machine. Comfortable inside of that hot pink truck here tonight around 1 and 2 here tonight. Wesley, you just got a chance to speak with him. What did you think about the 34 there in that interview?
Man, he's just calm, cool, collective, and he says he's got a really, really strong truck. He's happy with everything. He literally is just biding his time. He thinks that stage number 3 might have a different outcome. But for the time being, he thinks being up in front is the best thing to do. That's what he's doing. Again, here in stage 3 as we work lap 84.
Yeah, he's sticking to that plan so far here tonight as we look down the rest of the grid. All the way down. Some big movers inside of the field. Jacob Klinkert up 21 spots from the drop of the green flag. Currently in 8th. Devin Painter, we've seen that 24 in the mix here tonight. Currently up 11 spots from the drop of the green flag. And Taylor Peacock in that 81 machine up 9 spots. Currently 9th.
Lap 85 working now. As they cross the line, it is still Tyler Dittmer, the leader out in front. Robert Richards second. Now here's another battle heated up in the back. Well, we just saw a little glimpse of it, but now we go back to the front leaders as the leaders are actually overcoming back marker trucks. Lap traffic is in the front of the leaders. Could this be an opportunity for Richards, Newbert, or McKinney to pounce on Dittmer? Right now, clean air, but you do see trucks in the daylight into turn number 1 and 2, and he'll be running them down here at about less than 5 laps, I believe, here, or maybe more. But right now, it is still Dittmer holding off Richards, as you see from the tailgate of the leader's truck from Gore, Virginia. Stage 1, 2 winner now looking for not only the green and white checkers, but the black and white checkered flag here in stage number 3 with under 40 to go.
Yeah, we're on board with the 34 machine right now of Tyler Dittmer. You see that 48 of Robbie Richards right there on that back bumper across the line, making lap 87 down to corner number 1. This battle is still brewing for the lead. It's a 3-truck battle up here at the top of the grid, Wesley, as we come off corner number 2.
Richards is right there with the number 2 spot. And you see him trying so hard to reel in Tyler Dittmer. By the way, I think I said closing in on 40 laps to go. That's not the case. We at least got under 60 laps remaining now. And remember, I'm thinking, oh my mind, I'm thinking honestly, William, they're gonna have to pit. I really think they're gonna have to pit. I think it's gonna be around lap 115 to 120 as they're gonna come to the pit lane, unless somebody is brave enough to roll the dice and gamble, and we've seen some people do that this year as well.
Oh yeah, we've seen some gambling indeed here in the Triple M Pulling Truck Series, but here tonight, Wesley, the way this race has been playing out, I don't know if you want to push the envelope a little bit too much here tonight. I think you want to pinpoint that strategy as best as you can, as right now I think everything's just leading to one thing. That's getting around the 34 of Tyler Dittmer, as Robbie Richards is going to try to the inside here once again. We've seen driver after driver here tonight, Wesley, try to battle that 34, but can never get over that hump.
Yeah, just cannot seem to get away from that, as right now Richards, Newbert, and Bradley McKinnon, your top 5, but they still trying to run down the clutches of the leader, Dittmer. Dittmer is the man out in front. Let's give you, by the way, the full field rundown as we still show you the leaders as we're closing in on lap number 90. Tyler Dittmer is your leader. Robert Richards is second. Adam Newbert third. Keith Bradley is fourth. Michael McKinnon is the top 5. Chris Cinnamon is in 6th. Jose Luis Rivera is 7th. Jacob Klinkart 8th. Taylor Peacock is 9th. And William Devin Painter rounds out your top 10.
Yeah, looking at the top 10, Devin Painter, we look at outside of the top 10. Now Kyle Hess in 86 is trying to get inside the top 10. Currently in the 11th position, going to go to the inside of the 24 right now on the front stretch. Going to try to hold that line down into corner number 1. That door will get closed. Kyle Hess still in the 11th. We look past Kyle Hess in that 86 there. Joey said now the 86 is going to move into the top 10 with a big move there on the exit of 2. A big run down the backstretch. Kyle Hess up into the top 10.
Well, right now, the rest of the rundown, including the drivers of Devin Painter, Joey Doucette, Stephen Thomas, Zach Hartwig, Ed Osborne, CJ Fondau, Justin Lumpkin, they just flip-flop on the scoring pylon. Ryan Abbott 18th, Huck Wigginton 19th, Cody Knott your top 20. Then it's Hagan, Stevenson, Mata, Shepard, Kilgore, Hunter, Sickles, and Keller Jr. along with Blanchard. Those trucks are on the lead lap. Trucks several laps down or more in the top 30 include Raul Meza, James Morris, Brendan Bullock, Dustin Castile, Trey Pitts, along with Keith Haney. Jimmy Amos and Brady LaBeouf unable to start as they're race directing. And all the while, Tyler Dittmer is leading the cavalry as we approach a century grind here at Vegas.
Yeah, one of the names you just called out there, Justin Lumpkin in the 18 machine. Wesley, a surprise name, currently in the 15th position, down 13 spots from the drop of the green flag. That 18 machine was up there battling into the top 5. Now here tonight, struggling on Las Vegas Strip.
Virtual Las Vegas, Viva Sim City going at it now. Here goes now Osborne in the 42. This is deep in the top 15. This is going on with Osborne and CJ Fondau. Also Fondau and Abbott going at it. All these trucks in the top 20. You know, you always get jumped on and you say show racing in the back. Well, that's exactly what producer Adam Flicker is doing while everything is still kind of the same in the front. Look at this great battle going on to the top 20 mid-pack.
But just shot the gap in that 82 machine. They were briefly 3 wide on the racetrack. Look at these paint schemes in the back of the pack here tonight, Wesley. Some creative drivers here in the back of the pack.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Of course, again, here comes now the leaders. It's going to be the man out in front of Dittmer. Still, look at this pack of traffic going at it hot and heavy. Still mid-pack. This is in the snakes patch, if you will. Fondau leading in the 53. Osborne behind him. Huck Wigginton is also in this battle, along with Cody Knott. Meanwhile, battle heated up in the front of the top 10 as Lumpkin is now trying to battle with Thomas. That goes on into turn number 3 and 4.
Justin Lumpkin in an 18 machine trying to make something out of nothing here tonight. At 18 was a top 10 truck here, now trying to sneak his way back up there. Now we watch a battle of the animal of Keith Bradley to the inside. Adam Newber follows right back behind that 4 as we're down into 3. But here we go, Wesley. We got a battle for the lead around 3 and 4. Robbie Richards is tired of running in second.
Boy, I love the sound of your voice changing there because it is definitely picking up and it's got intense as we approach lap 100. Dittmer now finally having some battles for the top spot and it's going to be fierce. Bradley dives to the inside of Newbert. Where did he come from? 2 trucks now, make it 4, trying to run down Dittmer for the lead to the back straightaway. Dittmer under attack. Richards is looking on the bottom.
Yeah, as you see Keith Bradley right now into corner number 3. The leaders battling out here on the Nazareth 360 Racing Network. You can watch along with us here on YouTube. We have a 4-truck battle for the lead here. Still a long way to go in the race, but these drivers don't know that. As we dig down to corner number 1, these guys are going at it 1, 2, 3, 4 here on the Nazareth 360 Racing Network.
The gloves are off, my friend, and they are going at it. They know it's go time here in Sim City for this series. Right now, it is Dittmer looking to try to become the 5th different winner on the tour. It's now Richards up the racetrack. He's got a truck full in front of Dittmer. To the tailgate, comes to the bottom, Bradley. Bradley to the inside. They now try to go 3 wide. Newbert doesn't know whether to go top or bottom below the white line. They climb the bank in again as we work lap 100 next time by.
Keith Bradley trying to make himself known there on the inside lane there. May have overdrove it just a little bit into the corner there. Wesley going to lose a lot of speed on the exit of 2. Robbie Richards in that 48 machine. He's got that nose right on the back up into the 34. Again, has to check up, use that draft to his advantage. The 48 machine, though, doesn't look like he wants to advance position. 29, though, does as he tries to the inside once again. We have quite the battle going down. Corner number 1 here on lap 100.
Going to put lap 100 on the board. Next time by, it'll be triple digits on the scoring pylon and 40 laps to go. Bradley thought about threading the needle to go in the middle. Clowns to the left of me. Jokers to the right. Bradley bombs off the draft of the machine of Richards. Richards. Meanwhile, Dittmer will clear him. They slip. Bradley climbs the bank in. Richards got fishtailed off the corner. Newbert has to get on the binders, and they save it going to the line on lap 100.
My goodness, what only can be described as a Las Vegas shuffle right there at the top of the grid. We saw the 48 buckle a little bit, make contact with a 29. Adam Newbert was right in the mix as well, as things have now settled down to a single file line on the racetrack. You know, the driver who loves this seat is out of his rear view like a guy sitting in the penthouse looking at the pool party downstairs, because he knows he has it all. Tyler Dittmer in that 34 machine, still loving life at the top of the grid.
With the exception of that caution on the back straightaway at the end of stage 1, the last 2 cautions have been called for the end of the stage breaks. The racing has been phenomenal. It's now, as we approach under 40 laps to go, it is time to turn up the whip. Meanwhile, to the back straightaway, Bradley is the leader, and here comes green flag pit stops on lap number 102. Remember, I said between 110 and 115, I think we'll see pit stops. Some drivers, I think, trying to go for the undercut on Dittmer as they're pitting on lap 103.
Well, you're going to have to find a Spinks uppercut here on the Las Vegas Strip to try to knock off Mike Tyson. I mean, that is Tyler Dittmer in that 34 leading the way here, trying to knock out the rest of the competition down to 3 and 4. But here goes Adam Newbert trying to creep up into 3rd. This is for a podium position off of 3 and 4.
Trucks on the pit lane. The leaders now roar past at the start finish line. Richards and Newbert now for the podium in 3rd. While that goes on, almost half a truck length, if you will, Dittmer has pulled away. Hess and some other trucks pull out of the top 15 onto the pit lane, and now here comes other leaders coming in. All the while, Dittmer's still out in front as they go to 3, buddy. Sorry.
No, you're all right, Wesley. It's the calamity of green flag pit stops, trying to keep up with who's down pit road, who's still out on the racetrack. Currently, our leader still Tyler Dittmer in that 34 machine. But Wesley, we're going to have quite the reshuffling of the grid here, and that's going to open the door for some great racing here in the Las Vegas Strip.
No doubt about it, my friend. We are watching all of this transpire, and it is pucker time, if you will. Going to the line, it is going to be Dittmer the leader. Bradley is in 2nd, Richards 3rd. Newbert now going to 3rd. Richards and McKinnon. This goes on as they work to the line on lap number 105. And by the way, massive cloud cover over Vegas for the first time in Sim City.
As the sun begins to set on the Las Vegas Strip, the action is definitely turning up here as the lights are turning on here at the racetrack. Michael McKinnon, that 13 machine to the inside of Chris Cinnamon off of corner number 2. Not going to be enough, though, as we're still single file here at the top side of the grid, down to 3 and 4.
Well, Cinnamon climbing the banking. Looks like some problems on his truck. Here comes down McKinnon. Power to the bottom. By the way, Robert Richards has just pulled out of line. He comes to the pit lane. While that goes on, leaders undertaking lap traffic. Keith Bradley going after Tyler Dittmer for the lead of the back straightaway.
Keith Bradley going to go to the inside of the 34 machine, going to give him a little tap to let him know he's there. Going to tap him on that fender. Not going to be enough once again, as Tyler Dittmer in that 34 will close the door. As it looks like the 34 machine will head down pit road and the 29 will stay out.
The leader is in. Dittmer is in. This is the money stop. Newbert will follow. McKinnon will come in. All of these drivers, along with Doucette, Peacock, Shepard, Abbott, all pitting. The animal is going to the lead in turn number 2 on lap 107.
As you see Keith Riley in the 29 machine, our race leader on the racetrack here down the backstretch. He now has to realize everybody else is down pit road. He may have jumped the gun just a little bit, or pushing that envelope. As note, the 29 will now head down pit road here, Wesley. Do you think this was calculated, or do you think he may have just missed that window last time around?
I think maybe he couldn't tell if the leader was pulling in, or maybe he could see the leader pulling in and he couldn't get on the binders fast enough to make the pit stop. We'll see if he can use that to his advantage. Right now, he will fall back, and everyone else is already off the pit lane exit. What they really need is a caution flag. Will they get one? That's another question. 32 laps to go as the leader is now Jeff Sickles as it cycles back around with the 22 up in front. Chris Blanchard will be the man after that, followed by Chris Cinnamon, Keith Bradley, all of these drivers now in the top 5, but the cycle of pit stops is underway, and actually about 5 laps more prematurely than I thought it was going to be.
Yeah, we're going to have that roulette table of shuffling going on here at Las Vegas. This is the Triple M Pulling Truck Series here on the NASRA 360 Racing Network. Just about 4 weeks into this season here. Wesley looking for our 5th different winner here tonight. It's been one heck of a race out of the 34 machine. Now, if the 34 can get it done here, close the door, that is yet to be seen. Still a lot of speed left here on the Las Vegas Strip as we dig down in corner number 1.
So here's the deal. Sickles is pitting now in 22. He gives up the lead. Whenever he does, Blanchard will now become the new leader of the 9. Right now, as he crosses the line, new leader is Blanchard. Stephen Thomas would be the man in second in the 23. He has yet to pit as well. And then guess what happens? It'll all cycle back around. And this is one of the things that I love about working NASCAR events, watching how the cycle of pit stops transpires, watching them go around in a circle, because this strategy is falling right back again for the driver of Tyler Dittmer. Whenever Blanchard Thomas pit, which they've got to do, he will go back to the lead, as here comes now Blanchard coming down to the pit lane.
Yeah, Thomas in the 23 truck will stay out. Tyler Dittmer in the 34 machine, as you just touched on it, Wesley will cycle back out to be our race leader. And boy, I've ran out of adjective to describe the drive out of the 34 here tonight. Wesley gonna sweep the stages, and right now on lap 112, very comfortable. Not gonna say the race victor just yet. Still a lot of speed behind him in the 48, the 13, Adam Newbert in the 4. Well, for the 34 here tonight, just very, very great drive so far.
Yeah, very solid drive. Stephen Thomas is now the man that will be coming to the lead. By the way, if everything settles perfectly, we could see the end of the race here at Daytona, as they're under a rain delay with 25 laps to go. It is Thomas, the man leading here, and this race, I'll be honest with you, though not plethora of cautions or destruction, William, this has been a perfect race. It's been highly entertaining as we come down to the stretch.
Very highly entertaining indeed, as the 34 machine of Tyler Dittmer has been clearly the fastest truck on the track here tonight, but more battles inside that top 10. And folks, if you follow along with us here in the NASRA 360 Racing Network, in different leagues, different nights that we put on, we always talk about the importance of those top 10 points. So even though your race might not be going the way you want it to, Wesley, you still finish inside the top 10. Not only does that get you playoff points, but that gets some money in your pocket. So a lot to race for every week here in the Triple M Pulling Truck Series.
Meanwhile, as the laps continue to tick away and go down to the end, it is, of course, now Stephen Thomas, the leader, okay? The 23, let's pick him up on track. You see him on the top of the racetrack right now. Newbert, by the way, has now powered to the lead. He got around Dittmer and Moore. And now look at this. Newbert is trying to go for the undercut and take it to Dittmer and Richards and Moore as they come to the line with 25 to go here at Viva Las Vegas.
Adam Newbert is definitely feeling himself inside of these trucks. Wesley is going to take us down to corner number 1, just cruising around with 25 laps to go. Tyler Dittmer, though, in that 34 machine, is not going to let it go without a fight as we go down the backstretch, down to corner number 3.
Well, right now, under 25 laps to go when they come to the line, and Newbert now showing his strengths as the strong truck. There he works off the corner out of turn number 4. Richards is right there in second. That's the way they hold it together. A little separation between now Thomas, McKinnon. Here comes now the 9 of Blanchard fighting to get back on the lead lap as they work in the 2.
Chris Blanchard to the inside of the 23 of Thomas right now down the backstretch. 24 laps to go here in the NRE Power Systems 200 here in the Triple M Pulling Truck Series. Chris Blanchard now to the inside here in the corner. Thomas in that 23 is trying to hold on here. Wesley as he's free falling. Shout out to Tom Petty down the grid in that 23 machine.
Yeah, free falling, slip sliding away. Shout out to Paul Simon, some of the greats of music. If you listen to the lyrics, going off into the corner now, Thomas under attack into the corner. McKinnon will now clear in front of him. Here comes Dittmer now. He'll try to get up in a trunk full under the back of the tailgate of the machine of Thomas's truck. Meanwhile, McKinnon to third. He's now trying to run down Richards. Blanchard, lap truck on the bottom. 23 to go as they work out of 4.
This is when the drivers begin to start gripping that steering wheel, getting very comfortable in their sim with 22 laps to go. You got some work to do here down into corner number 3 and 4, or 1 and 2, excuse me. You're watching the 34 machine of Tyler Dittmer right now. But Wesley, they have to get up to the 48 of Robbie Richards and Adam Newbert, who I know will not relinquish that position without a fight here with 22 laps to go.
Yeah, no doubt about it, my friend. They're not going to release it one bit. It's now Dittmer under attack on the bottom of the racetrack. He's now going to have to fight off the clutches of Thomas and Hess, who's all trying to come down and run him in the battle. Right now, it's all Adam Newbert trying to spoil the party here at Daytona as the rain delay still goes on here at Vegas. We're closing in on 20 remaining, and Adam Newbert is the man out in front. But will we find a late race caution? Who's going to get impatient and put a bumper to somebody? Right now, they hold their P's and Q's into turn 4.
As Chris Blanchard essentially right now is being used as a blocker truck. A truck trying to stay on the lead lap right there in the mix is right in between Adam Newbert in the 4. Rob Richards in that 48 machine just sandwiched in between like that vanilla frosting inside of an Oreo right now. As now we see Chris Cinnamon in that 3 machine trying to make himself known here in this race. Not having the race he thought he was going to have there, starting at 7 positions from the drop of the green flag from where he's at. Second on that grid to start tonight's race. Now just trying to hold on inside the top 10.
20 laps to go, now under 20 remaining when they come to the line. Hess now trying to get to the binders to keep from slapping the outside safer barrier. Also Lumpkin on the binders as well in front of that truck. All the while, they come to the line. It's now 19 remaining. Newbert is the man, but look who's getting faster. Tyler Dittmer is closed it to less than 2 seconds on the back straightaway in 3.
As we watch right now the conclusion of this race with 19 laps to go. We have settled in from the green flag pit stop, so we have a clear leader on the racetrack. We have clear chasers as well as we cross the line. 18 laps to go down to corner number 1.
Well, it's right now Adam Newbert from Toccoa, Georgia. By the way, that's an awesome racetrack. The longest running dirt track in the state of Georgia is Toccoa Raceway. I've announced many races there at that racetrack. They just announced this afternoon that they're bringing sprint cars to Toccoa for the first time in over 15 years. This season, caution's out. Yellow flag will fly with under 20 laps to go. This changes everything at Vegas.
Oh my goodness, Wesley, in what can only be construed as a fantastic ending to the Circus Olay show that we watched last night here on the Las Vegas Strip. This ending might even be better here tonight as Jose Luis Rivera is going to get a little unfriendly there down to corner number 1 and hit that topside wall hard here with 20 laps to go.
Here is the look at why we're under the yellow flag. The 20 truck, Jose Luis Rivera, who was actually a really strong contender, now out of it, or at least damaged, gets into it with the 99 of Charles Keller Jr., the Goodwrench 99 up on the outside. Now here's a look at your replay on board, presented by Race Cars. And look at this, as it looked like he cleared him. He cleared Keller Jr., then he wasn't clear, and into the wall, slammed into the safer barrier head first is the 20 of Jose Luis Rivera, and those 2 trucks are both going to have some serious damage. By the way, throwback to Dale Earnhardt when he ran that car in the Winston with the wrap job on the 99. If our producer Adam Flieger will show that truck. The question is, trivia question, who's watching? What year did he drive that car in the Winston? William, you want to take a crack at it?
What year?
What year did Dale Earnhardt Sr.? By the way, 1 year ago tomorrow will be the almost 23-year death of Dale Earnhardt.
Mm-hmm.
A couple of days ago, he celebrated his 25th win of 1998, win of the Daytona 500. There you go. There's the wrap job. He ran it in the Winston. The question is, what year did he drive that car? Do you know, William?
I want to say it's the 500 year, so 98.
Negative.
Close?
1997
Oh.
was the year he drove that
Okay.
car. 1997. There you go.
As now we watch the end of this race here in the Triple M Pulling Truck Series. I think, Wesley, through all your NASCAR trivia, I think you've attracted somebody that wants to chat with you, and I think it's Adam Newbert in that Ford machine.
Hey, Adam Newbert, it's Wesley in the booth. You got a copy, buddy, right now. You're trying to pull an upset.
I got you. Yeah. What are y'all doing? Upset? What are y'all talking about? Upset?
Well, I mean, it's been the Denver show. All of a sudden, you come out of nowhere with an undercut pit stop.
Yeah. Well, me and Tyler pitted at the same time, and then I gained on him a little bit on pit entry going down pit road, but then I don't know, he lagged or something. I don't know what happened to him. He blinked out, and then he was way far back. So I know he's faster than us still right now. He was running faster lap time, so I think this is going to be another shootout, kind of like at Texas a few weeks ago.
There you go, man. I'll tell you what, and I think this just literally just put oil on the fire, or put on some more, put more fuel on the fire, if you will, bunching up everybody with a caution here, didn't it?
Yeah, this is going to be crazy. I don't think there's anybody that saved a set of tires and went down pit road and got tires. I don't think anybody's got to worry about that, but we'll see who's still got something right here at the end of this thing.
Well, what do you think we're going to see here when it's said and done, Adam?
I think you're going to see a lot of exciting racing. You know, we won at Texas, and Robbie was he restarted right behind me. He's going to be right behind me right here. We were able to hold him off at Texas for about, I think it was a 12-lap shootout at Texas. This is going to be, what, about a 13-lap shootout, so maybe we can do it again.
All right, buddy. Well, we'll see what happens, man. You give it all you got, and good luck to you.
Appreciate y'all up there.
You're very welcome. By the way, I even stumped myself, William. It was not 96. The rainbow car for Dale Earnhardt Sr. was in 2000. 2000 was the year of the car. Dale Earnhardt was always one of those drivers that always had throwbacks. Here's one for you. 2000, the rainbow car. 1999, he had the Wrangler number 3. 1998, he had the Coca-Cola Tasmanian Devil red car. 97 was the Wheaties car. 1996 was the silver Bullet number 3, obviously for the 25th anniversary of Richard Childress Racing. And who could remember 1996 as well? 95 was the silver car. 1996 was the throwback of the paint scheme of the US of A for the Atlanta Olympics in 1996. There you go. There's some racing history for you.
Yes, sir. And
We're getting ready for the restart. All right, so it's Newbert, Richards, McKinnon, Dittmer, Thomas, Hess, Cinnamon, Bradley, Painter, and Peacock, your top 10. And all right, this is where I think we're going to see the rubber meet the road, Tyler. Can Tyler get up there? That's the question. He's got about less than 13 laps to do it.
Yeah, Tyler Dimmer currently feels pressure from the inside of Michael McKinnon, the 13 machine off of corner number 2. Now Michael McKinnon's going to get a push from the 23 machine. Now Steven Thomas, who's going to push the 34 machine as well. The 34 machine's going to inch out just a little bit on the entry of 3 and 4. Now going to cruise the inside lane. Tyler Dittmer is now creeping his way now inside the top 3, crossing the line here down to corner number 1.
And the field works to the line. Newbert is confident. He's the man from Tacoma, Georgia, but here comes now the Virginian back to the inside, battling Richards' truck. This is for the number 2 spot to the back straightaway. Here comes now Richards. the man from Gastonia, North Carolina, if you will, in P2, trying to hold off. You got Georgia, you got Virginia, you got North Carolina. The South represented proudly at Vegas out of turn 4.
And what can only be construed as a March Madness matchup between states right now. Down in the corner, number 1, Adam Newbert sees this out of his rear view. It says, man, can I just get a win here in the Triple M Pulling Truck Series. Robbie Richards in that 48 and Tyler Dittmer in that 34 machine. Wants it to be known that they're hungry here tonight in the Las Vegas Strip as we're around 3 and 4.
Here's something to think about. Newbert not with a win. Neither is Dittmer, Richards, or Cinnamon. Cinnamon, McKinnon, all these drivers in the top 5, all looking for that first win of the year. Working into the corner. Actually, I think Cinnamon does have a win. Everyone else, though, right now, patiently, working into the corner, into turn number 2 to the back straightaway. Newbert now battles Dittmer. Here comes the battle on the outside. He's looking for the lead in the sweep into 3.
Tyler Dittmer in that 34 machine on the high side of the racetrack, trying to be on the high side of life right now, side by side with Adam Newbert across the line, down in the corner, number 1. I think we just saw contact between Robbie Richards and the 3 of Chris Cinnamon as we're 2 by 2, around 1 and 2. This is for a top 4 position on the racetrack.
Can you say 2 by 2 by 2 like Noah leading the virtual animals to the arc to the back straightaway? It's now Dittmer now backing down. Here comes now Newbert back to the inside. They hold it together. In the Cinnamon, where does he go? Inside, outside. Richards also in a dilemma as they work to the line. We're closing in, under 10 to go here in Vegas.
So side by side, down to corner number 1, Adam Newbert in the 4s, trying to desperately hold on to this race. As you see, Tyler Dittmer in the 34 machine has swept both stages here tonight. One of the fastest trucks on the racetrack as well is going to clear the 4 off of 2. And that bright and shiny hot pink truck of Tyler Dittmer is our race leader down to 3 and 4.
Right now, working off the corner, down the back straightaway, now working off 3 and 4, climbing back to the 9 degrees of banking at the start line. Dittmer is back in front. Newbert is waiting patiently. He is right there. One wrong slip by the 34. He's got him. He climbs the banking. Cinnamon to the inside. Nobody can make a move on the leader as they work out of 2.
Adam Newbert, though, is hungry like a great white shark with that gray paint scheme here tonight. The 4 machines right on the back bumper of that 34. We haven't seen the end of the fireworks here tonight from the Las Vegas Strip as we're off of corner number 4 across the line. Make it lap 134 down to 1.
Closing in as her side-by-side. Newbert back to the bottom. He bump drafts off the outside of the side draft of the 34. Dittmer will still battle back. Here comes down to the inside, the 4. Newbert now falling back. Here comes Cinnamon. One wrong slip and he's ready to pounce on them as well. They come to the line out of 4, and the laps are winding down with 5 to go next time by.
Laps are starting to wind down. Speed is not here on the Nazareth 360 Racing Network as we dig down into corner number 1 right now. If you've liked what you've seen so far here today on the Nazareth 360 Racing Network, we invite you to go like, share, follow, all of that good stuff to stay up to date with all the iRacing action that comes at you here all week long on the Nazareth 360 Racing Network. We have races almost every week of the night. We have trouble though. Trouble, Wesley.
It's the animal Keith Bradley, number 29, spun to the bottom of the racetrack. Caution will come out. Yellow flag will fly, or will it not? I think we're still at full speed, and we're battling for the lead out of turn number 2. No caution.
Battle for the lead side by side. Adam Newbert in the 4, Tyler Dittmer in the 34 machine. That's going to be heartbreaking for Keith Bradley in that 29 machine, the animal here tonight. We spoke about how important this race was, how it was having a great race up until that point. Here, though, Wesley, Adam Newbert, now our race leader off of corner number 4. Chris Simmons up there in the mix as well. These trucks are going back to back, side to side, like 2 prize fighters here at the Las Vegas Strip. Here you go, Tyler Dittmer to the inside of 1 and 2.
Dittmer made a move to the outside of Newbert. He couldn't make it work. Now he powers back to the crossover to the inside. He dives to the bottom. They are side by side. Richards now trying to climb and hook up with Cinnamon for that spot as they climb the bank into turn number 3. Laps winding down. 3 to go at Vegas as they work out of turn 4.
Tyler Dittmer with a huge checkup into 3 and 4. Now Chris Cinnamon right on that back bumper. That's going to alleviate some pressure off of the 4. Adam Newbert as we dig down into 1 and 2. Just a few laps left in this race here tonight. It all comes down to this as Adam Newbert in the 4 will take us off at 2.
Well, all the while, they work their way to the back straightaway. Nice bump, draft, side move. Here comes Cinnamon. He now works on Dittmer's truck. Dittmer losing ground. Adam Newbert is now the strong truck to the lead. 2 to go as they come to the line here at Vegas.
2 laps to go here in the Las Vegas Strip, going down to corner number 1. Adam Newbert's trying to steal the show from the 34 Tyler Dittmer, but Tyler Dittmer says swiper, no swiping as he's to the inside of 1 and 2. 34, those going to get left out in the inside lane as Chris Cinnamon now to the high side. He's going to squeeze that 34 out of the picture. We are side by side for second around 3 and 4.
They work their way to the line. Here they come out of turn number 3 and 4. It's Newbert up in front. Now Dittmer losing ground. Cinnamon will clear him. They come to the line, fly into the checkered flag. It is over. Adam Newbert will win here tonight at Vegas. Adam Newbert will become the 5th different winner of the season for the NASRA Triple M Pulling Truck Series. A wild last lap. Dittmer, who was the strong contender, will have to settle for 3rd. Cinnamon from Canada got around the 34 from Virginia, and Georgia's Adam Newbert is the winner here tonight at Vegas. What a battle in the NRE Power Systems 200. That did not, William Tyler, disappoint here tonight at Daytona, here at Vegas.
It certainly did not. Adam Newbert came with $100, put it on the table, and cashed out for $100,000 here tonight. Adam Newbert stole the show from Tyler Dittmer in that 34 machine, who's going to finish 3rd here tonight. You saw Tyler Dittmer just trying to give it his all at the end of tonight's race, Wesley. Not going to be enough, though, as Adam Newbert in that 4 continues what's been a pretty good month inside of that truck here tonight, winning on the Las Vegas Strip.
The celebration is on the Ladanco entry, number 4 Toyota. The driver, Adam Newbert from Toccoa, Georgia, has just won and makes it now 5 different winners in 5 races. Sick With It Motorsports and the Ladanco LLC Toyota is celebrating. What a win here at Vegas. This race did not disappoint. When it is said and done, the driver is going to be the number 4, holding off Chris Cinnamon and Tyler Dittmer, who looked like he was going to be the driver to win the race, will have to settle for the podium in 3rd position. Let's go ahead and give you the rest of the official results. As Robert Richards will finish in 4th, Taylor Peacock 5th, Dana Shepard is 6th, Joey Doucette is 7th, Brian Abbott 8th, Chris Blanchard is 9th, Michael McKinnon is your top 10 as you give the rest of the top 20.
Yeah, then we round out our top 20 with 11th position, Ron Hunter. Then we go to a 12th, Devin Painter in that 24 machine. Pretty good drive here tonight, up 9 spots from the drop of the green flag. 13th position would be Dane Hagan in that 39 machine. 14th would be CJ Fonda on that 53 machine. 15th position would be Clint Mata, up 21 spots from the drop of the green flag. Good run by Clint in that 7 machine. Going to finish 15th. 16th, we'll have Kyle Hess. 17th position, we'll have Cody Knott. 18th, Justin Lumpkin. 19th, Stephen Thomas. And our top 20 will be Jeff Sickles in that 22.
Zach Hartwig will finish in 21st. 22nd will go to Jason Stevenson. 23rd to Derek Kilgore. 24th to Huck Wigginton. 25th will go to Ed Osborne. And Charles Keller Jr., involved in the most recent caution last for the incident, will finish 26th. Now, all of these other trucks in the back are a lap down or more. Raul Meza, 27th. Keith Bradley, what might have been for the 29, strong in the front, will settle for 28th. James Morris, 29th, and Brandon Bullock, your top 30. Jose Luis Rivera will settle for 31st. Jacob Klinkhart, 32nd. Dustin Castile, 33rd. Trey Pitts, 34th, along with Keith Haney of the 35 trucks. taking the green flag here tonight in the NRE Power Systems 200 at Vegas. Adam Newbert is not done. He's still celebrating down the back straightaway.
Yeah, and if we could here on the NASCAR 360 Racing Network, if our producer Adam Flieger could rev back up the end of that race, boy, Wesley, what a finish that
last lap?
was. Yeah, the last lap coming off that backstretch right there. We saw Tyler Dittmer try to make a move. Here, this is on the front stretch to the finish. If we watch, they're building up there down that backstretch. Tyler Dittmer in that 34 was just trying to dig here down into 1 and 2. Side by side here, Wesley, around 1 and 2. What a battle they had here on the last lap.
Yeah, it was phenomenal. Obviously, you see the slicing and dicing going on. Dittmer lost ground on Newbert. Then all of a sudden, Cinnamon found an opportunity on the outside, and he made it work.
Yeah, he did make it work on the top side there. Chris Cinnamon in the 3 almost had a run. You almost saw them make contact off of 4, but at this point, Adam Newbert already had that race won off of 4. What a great job out of all those guys at the top 4 right there. You see a great shot here on the NASCAR 360 Racing Network. The who's who of the race here tonight. Adam Newbert definitely in that 4 machine stole the show. We're going to step aside for just a brief moment here on the NASCAR 360 Racing Network. We'll be right back for those top tonight in the NRE Power Systems 200.
Racing Network tonight from the virtual Las Vegas Motor Speedway. Will Taylor, I'm Wesley Outland. Of course, awesome job by Adam Flieger. Had some technical problems along the way, but we pressed on and got it to the finish line. And when it's all said and done, Adam Newbert from Toccoa, Georgia, makes the 5th different winner in the prestigious Premier Series of the North American Sim Racing Association, where it all started in 2020. And now William Tiller is with Tyler Dittmer, another broadcast colleague, but he'll have to settle for 3rd on the podium after dominating the first 2 stages.
Man, Tyler, my broadcast homie here in the NASCAR 360 Racing Network. Here tonight, my man, you stole the show, winning stages 1, 2, being one of the fastest trucks out there, probably leading the most laps as well. You finished 3rd here tonight. Break it down to how that happened and your thoughts of tonight's race.
Yeah, that green flag cycle happened. I came off. I should have cycled out to first because I had gotten by Robbie like a lap or 2, kept coming up pit road, and then entering 1 and 2, my screen froze. I lost all audio, and then I was sent back to 8th on track. Like I literally just magically jumped back, and I was like, "What happened?" And my teammate Jose is like, "Dude, why are you now in front of me?" I'm like, I have no clue. And I had no audio the rest of the race. So I had no engine noise, no tire noise. I couldn't tell how much I was beating up my tires. Couldn't hear anything around me other than just my teammates in Discord. So that was kind of frustrating and definitely hurt me there at the end, not being able to tell how much I was pushing. So Adam ran a great race. Adam deserves the win for sure. I'd like to have, that one back, but obviously, I heard you guys were having technical difficulties. I had my own technical difficulties. We'll take a 3rd place.
Yeah, 3rd place finish indeed, Tyler. And when did you start to, because we watched you there in the first couple stages of this race, very comfortable up there, I'd say by yourself for majority of the race here tonight. When did you start to see that 4 machine Adam Newbert start to slowly creep into the picture?
I mean, he had been running top 10 most of the night. He started 6th. He had a really fast truck. He may not have had like the fastest lap of the race, but he was quick all throughout, and he got track position there at the end, got by Robbie, I think, on that green flag run right before that caution came out while I was trying to make up ground, and I got up to 4th, I think. So A lot of things happened, and just credit to him for just racing me clean. Like I tried to race him as clean as I could those last 10 lap battling with him, and I think we both did a great job. Especially like he didn't know like I had no audio, so credit to him for running a great race, and credit to Chris and all those other guys up front like Robbie Richards and my teammate Dana Shepard who comes back to finish sixth. Like all those guys up front raced really clean throughout.
Yeah, Tyler, I know you're looking at teammates right now, but I know at the end of this race, you're going to come off the simulator, you're going to look at it for a little bit, you're probably going to stare at the screen and wonder how you didn't end in victory lane. But Tyler, what can you take from a race like this to where you're going to dominate majority of the statistical things here in this race, but not get that checkered flag that maybe you can carry forward through the rest of the season knowing you have the speed?
As a part timer, just realizing like these guys have tons of talent coming in here and still being able to compete, even though I'm not here week in week out, is kind of a big deal. And I led 100 of the 140 laps. I mean, if that internet issue doesn't happen, I don't lose audio. Maybe the outcome's different. I'm not going to beat myself up over it. It's some things are out of my control, but still, I had a chance there at the end to win it. Couldn't pull it off, but credit to Adam for getting the job done.
Yeah, still a little bit of cash money in your pocket here tonight, Tyler. But with that podium finish, you know the drill, my man. You've done it. You've been on the other side of this here. Anybody you'd like to shout out here on the NASRO 360 Racing Network?
Yeah, I like to shout out Dep's Graphics and Painting. They make that beautiful pink hot rod. Makes me stand out and definitely gets him tons of screen time, which I love. And all credit to him for doing what he does. Shout out to Dep Racing, obviously, my teammates Jacob, Jose, and Dana. Lizardworks Racing, obviously my own kind of deal. Luke's Hobbies, and then also all the NASRO broadcasts, Millie's Restaurant Catering, Butt Kicker, Triple M Pulling, NASRO 360 Racing Network. You guys, I love working with you guys, Wesley and Will. A lot of fun. You too, Adam. I see you're the producer tonight, so familiar with all you guys, and I'm glad we get to talk in a little bit different setting, and I'm glad I was able to put on a show at least for some of you guys tonight.
Yes, sir. We talked to you a lot here tonight. Winner of stage 1 and 2 here tonight. Tyler Dittmer in that 34 machine is going to finish third. Tyler, thank you for taking the time with us here, my man. I'll see you Monday night when you're up here in the booth with me here on the NASRO 360 Racing Network. But here tonight, you get to celebrate that podium finish.
Thanks, guys. See you at Gateway on Monday.
Yes, sir. That's Tyler Dimmer in that 34 machine. But I believe, Wesley, you're catching up with our second place finisher, the 3 machine of Chris Cinnamon.
Yeah, our friend of the North from Canada. He'll settle for the number 2 spot. Man, Chris, second place here tonight. When it's all said and done, you're taking this race, surviving what seemed to be a pretty calm event. Did you think the fireworks were going to happen there down the stretch? And are you happy being on the podium here in second? Nothing wrong with silver.
Yeah, I'll take a second. Nothing wrong with that. It was a strong night. Got a bunch of stage points. Yeah, I wish I would have had first. I had some fresher tires. I was waiting. I thought the two of them are going to wear their tires out battling, and I timed it wrong, and that's on me. But great battle, great race. A lot cleaner than I thought it was going to be racing at Vegas.
It was a phenomenal race when it was all said and done, and you really, really got strong down the stretch. If it would have been about another 5 laps, do you think you would have got around Newbert or even Dittmer, battling with you, obviously gave you a little fifth there too?
You know what? I think another 2 laps. I think I would have had a good shot or at least a good battle at Adam. Yeah, I was just waiting. I was running probably 90% throttle behind them as they battled, and I know they were burning their stuff up. I pitted about 3 laps later than them, and I just timed it wrong.
Well, man, if you could go back and do it again, obviously you said you timed it wrong, but did you think this race would be as quiet, if you will? It wasn't exciting, but there was not a lot of calamity. Do you think that changed the outcome of the race, you think?
You know what? Not a chance. I would have thought it would have been this calm. Like we were talking after last race, and we said we're going to Vegas, and it's like a super speedway. I was expecting 2 wide racing, pack racing, and it was the complete opposite.
All right, buddy. Well, man, let's give you your sponsors, and good luck, and thanks for being in the race tonight, finishing second.
Awesome, guys. Appreciate it again. Great talking to you. Blanchard's Towing, like always. Dan's Top Notch Heating and Cooling, Over the Top Designs, and GT Tactical Hydro Dipping. Thanks for those guys for sticking with us this year, and thanks for you guys up in the booth.
When it's said and done, our friend from Canada, the driver, the number 3, Chris Cinnamon, will settle for another number 2 spot here tonight. Of course, the man in the number 2 truck, when it's all said and done, from Fort McMurray, Canada, driving for Upfront Motorsports, will settle for second. Let's go to Victory Lane as Toccoa, Georgia's Adam Newbert is standing with Will Tiller in Victory Lane as he wins again to make it 5 different winners in 5 races of the 2023 Triple M Pulling Truck season.
Yes, sir. Adam Newbert in that 4 machines coming in like a bandit here tonight. Swiper, no swiping, but he swipes the race victory away from Tyler Dittmer in that 34 machine. Adam Newbert in that 4. My man, you win here tonight in the Las Vegas trip. How did you get the job done?
Oh man, just I can't believe it. Perseverance, I guess. We weren't the fastest truck. We were probably a 5th place to 8th place truck all race long. But, you know, it, like we talked about when y'all talked to me during that caution, something happened to Tyler and put him back there. And it was definitely a fight with Tyler right there. That was such a great race, a lot of respectful racing going on. I had to get around Tyler on the outside. I was like, there's no way I'm going to be able to pass him on the inside. But I was able to get, you know, to his inside and then get into him in 3 and 4. So when we cleared him, it was just all about, you know, pretty much blocking the outside right there and just making sure he didn't pass me on the inside. He just couldn't materialize a run on the inside. And that was just an awesome run right there at the end.
Yeah, we just talked to Tyler, who finished 3rd here tonight. He knew that you were coming up the grid, that you were pretty fast here tonight, and you know, Wesley just touched on it there with our 2nd place finisher, Chris Cinnamon. The pace of tonight's race was very different. Not a lot of caution flags, a lot of green flag runs. Did you ever start to feel behind that wheel that maybe you had a truck that could win this thing?
So the first two stages, I felt like, you know, we saved early on, but it never felt like you really got an advantage from saving. And the final stage, it was because, you know, the whole first 2 stages, I'm just sitting back and, you know, you're able to kind of catch back up to those guys, but weren't really able to pass them. Passing was kind of tough on, you know, old tires. But the final stage, you know, I got to give a shout out to my spotter, Marty Huntsman. He was in my ear all night long, and we were both like, you know, I think we just got to go right here in this final stage and just try to keep up with them and keep up the pace with them, and that's what we had to do. And when we did that, we were able to stay in 3rd, right behind Robbie and Tyler, and then the pit stops come around. So we were able to get around Robbie, and then when Tyler disappeared, I didn't know what happened to him, but it became apparent that he was further back, you know, down the grid a little bit after that. So, you know, I felt like as long as I could hold off Robbie right there, we'd get the job done. Then the caution come out, and then it became a whole different race right there, and that was a really exciting finish. So I guess right there I thought I could have won it, yeah.
Speaking with Adam Newbert. Yes, sir.
Will, I want to ask Adam a question, my friend, if you don't mind. Congratulations, Adam. I got to ask you this question. When you saw Bradley wrecking down the back straightaway, were you hoping for a caution flag, or was you just keep it green there with under 5 to go?
I never saw him wrecking. I heard that he was wrecking. I never saw him wrecking, but I did want to keep it green. Are you talking about when the caution come out? I don't really know what brought out the last caution.
The last caution fell whenever I believe the number 99 truck and Luis Rivera wrecked each other on the front straightaway when Charles Keller and Rivera wrecked. But there was an incident where Bradley spun on the back straightaway and no yellow flag was thrown. But that was when you guys were all in a pack with each other with about under 10 to go.
Oh, I do remember hearing that. Yeah, I didn't want a caution. I was like, please, no more cautions. I didn't even want the last caution, but yes, I definitely didn't want that caution. I feel like the more cautions that come out, and I think we were second. I was right behind Tyler at that point in time when that happened. So if the caution would have come out right there and I had to restart second, I was not going to feel confident. I do not do a good job when I restart second. I just don't know what it is. I can't get a good jump on the guy that's leading the race. I wouldn't have much preferred for the caution not to come out there.
As we're speaking with Adam Newbert in this 4 machine. Adam, you know, here tonight, you make it our 4th different winner here in the Triple M Pulling Truck Series. Other leagues, other series, you're doing pretty well in those as well. A couple wins in this month. Adam, what's been the testament to the success here in the last couple weeks?
Well, not the fourth different winner. This is our second win this season. But I tell you,
that's true.
yeah, we won at Texas and won tonight, so we're the first we're the first team to get to 2 wins. I don't know. It's been a huge turnaround from last season. Last season was, we were fast, but we were just full of bad luck and full of just wrecks. And last season was just terrible and just nightmarish. And this season, I don't know. We've qualified better. We've ran better in the stages. And we've just put ourselves in position at the end. So it's definitely been my best season to start so far. Going back to a couple seasons ago where I had a string of top 5s to start a season, but this has definitely been way better than that. So hopefully we just keep this momentum going. And my teammates, man, Stephen Thomas, Justin Lumpkins, Jeff Sickles, they've had some bad luck. I guess my bad luck has transferred over to them, but Stephen Thomas is the reigning champion. Justin Lumpkins a usual winner that, wins every single season. So the rest of this team is gonna get better as the season goes on.
Definitely, the season is on fire right now for that Ford machine. Adam Newbert, as just mentioned, now our first multi-time winner here in the Triple M pulling truck series, Adam Newbert and that Ford machine. As we have you in victory lane, you just shouted out those teammates. Anybody else you'd like to thank for that race victory here tonight?
Yeah, Martin Huntsman, he was spotting for me tonight. I'd give him a huge shout out. Let me pull up sponsors. I'm better prepared for this tonight. My personal sponsor, Ladanco. Stick with it Motorsports, my whole team. Jeff Sickles, my team owner. Let's say Millie's Restaurant and Catering. Millie's North, actually down in Daytona, has opened up. A's Lawn and Landscaping, Darren's Nail Gun Repair, Roof Co. Group. First Pacific Funding, Ladanco, my sponsor, of course, Spatulas, and the Family Handyman. And just another shout out tonight, TJ Moore, our race control guy. I think he had to take his dad to the hospital. I heard his dad has some issues going on. So
Right.
I'll just give my thoughts and prayers to him and let him know I was thinking about him, and all of us here at NAS are thinking about him. And thank y'all up in the booth. Y'all do a good job every single week. It's been a huge boost for NASRA getting our own broadcasting group, and huge props to our head man Brady, putting all this together, running this whole show, and Cody not helping him out. And this season's been a blast so far. I'm really happy with the direction NASRA's going.
Hey, Adam, I got to ask you, buddy, how far do you live from Toccoa Raceway?
Dude, like 5 minutes, man. I'm right down the road.
So whenever I got to work at Toccoa sometime this year in 2023 with Flow Racing, with the Southern National Series, we've got to hook up and grab dinner and meet each other face-to-face or lunch or something when we go for a race down there.
Absolutely, man. Just let me know when you come. That'd be awesome. You ever go to Livonia? We'll have to talk after this.
Livonia, Georgia. Hey, you want a story? I got a story for everybody. We'll get off the air. No lie. When Livonia Speedway opened back up in 2013 after, 7-8 years of being closed?
Yeah.
I was one of the original people that pressure washed the concrete grandstands to get it painted. I cleaned out the suites so they could put carpet down in the press tower before I ever even picked up a microphone to call the race for Late Model Mania on Sunday afternoon.
That is awesome. I live about 20, 30 minutes on Livonia. So, yeah, that's awesome.
We'll chat later. Will, take us home, my friend.
Yes, sir. Well, Adam Newbert and that Ford machine, you win here tonight at Las Vegas. I'm sure the two, did they just become best friends? I think they did. I think they're going to do karate in the garage at the end of this broadcast here tonight. But Adam Newbert in that Ford machine, great job on the win here tonight.
And by the way, our apologies. I think we were saying that he becomes the 5th different winner. My bad. I don't think I worked Texas, and it wasn't showing up on the Sim Racer Hub or Dan Lisa statistics. And so now finally another winner on the multi-winner for the season is the driver of the number 4 of Adam Newbert from Toccoa, Georgia. Love that rap job, by the way, on the Toyota Ladanco entry number 4. Well, William, it's going to wrap it up. Thanks again to Hunter Parsons for letting me fill in to work with you, Will. It's always fun calling races and working with you guys at NASRA. Another great race. Did not disappoint. I know Adam Newbert will celebrate into the weekend. Hey, by the way, don't forget, coming up Sunday night, it is the first points race of the new season for the NASRA Millie's Restaurant and Catering Next Gen Cup cars. Enjoy the 65th running of the Great American Race with the NASCAR Cup Series at Daytona on Sunday afternoon. Sunday night, 9 p.m. Eastern Time, 100 laps, 250 miles around Daytona this Sunday for the lid lifter of the Nazra Millie's Catering and Restaurant Cup Series. Oh, and by the way, if you ever get a chance to, go to their restaurant in Daytona Beach if you're going to Speed Week at the World Center of Racing.
See, what you do, Wesley, is you go get that Millie's, you watch the 500, then you tune in to the Millie's catering race at the end of the night at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time here live on the NASCAR 360 Racing Network. But here tonight, we watched Tyler Dittmer lead all categories statistically, led stage 1, stage 2, fastest lap, most laps led, but didn't lead the last one. That one belonged to Adam Newbert in that Ford machine, becoming our first multi-time winner here in the Triple M Pulling Truck Series here